most of you have to struggle with pain, sleepiness, and so on. We've had some very helpful, insightful dharma talks about this subject, how we may try to escape from it and thus make it worse, and ways in which to open up to it. Really, if we can open up to it, it becomes fuel for the fire rather than some kind of an obstruction or hindrance. I had a Japanese friend, senior, who passed away many years ago, but he was a master of some of the martial arts, but also very learned, a bit of a Confucian scholar, but also an experienced Zen layman. He had a dojo, a place for practicing different kinds of things. We did retreats. This is up in the northern hills, north of Kyoto. Although he was quite a learned, quite a brilliant guy, but also very much embodied as well because of the martial arts training. He once told me when he was in the middle of his Zen practice that at one point he said, "I didn't know that 1 + 1 = 2. This brilliant Confucian scholar and martial artist didn't know that 1 and 1 is 2. Do you understand? If your mind is still able to make that cogitation, that 1, now we have another 1, now we have 2. If your mind is still working in that way, there's probably some frustration in your practice. There's probably some pain. There's probably some sleepiness. To be abrupt about it, to be drastic, we can say, and you are bringing it on yourself. To get to the point in your practice where the very simple mathematical formulation, 1 and 1 makes 2. If there's still room for that, your practice is not mature. Do you see? Do you see? You're still imagining, we might say. That's why you have the possibilities you have. Well, maybe if I try that, maybe I'll try a Seiza bench. Maybe I'll sit 2 periods straight. Maybe this is all bullshit. Well, and on and on and on we go. As long as there are possibilities in your mind, this is impossible. And you are making it so. When it is what must be done, not a calculation, I had 1 more left. When that itself is wiped away, when it is what must be done, inevitable, it cannot help but be done. It will be done. It may take some time, but that's not a problem either. to return to the beginning, as I said in the first day. You must realize, see what your mind is doing. Not what you want it to do or what you think it's supposed to do or what Jeff tells you. What is your mind actually doing? And I don't have to tell you who it is that is doing it. The mind doesn't work simply by itself, does it? If we don't feed it, you understand? If we don't feed it with our attention, with our desire, with our hope, expectation, it cannot function. It'll work for a little while, but eventually it will stop. You must confirm this fact for yourself. 1 and 1 does not make 2. It doesn't even make 1. When you get there, and it's not that far away. What is your mind actually doing? Are you trying, as some of the brief Dharma talks pointed out very acutely, very clearly? Are you trying to find a way out of the situation and escape, to get away from it? What did you call it? The highway to hell? It looks really good in the beginning. Maybe because it's an escape from the pain you're feeling inside or outside. Something you don't want to face. And so you turn your attention. You really think you can escape from this? Where are you going to go? To that? You only come back here. You never really left here, did you? No matter how far you go in your thoughts, your ideas, in Buddhism, can speak of defilement, how you defile what this is. It's still this. You can't really escape. So it might be a good idea to stop wasting your energy trying. You just end up back here, don't you? Do you ever really go anyplace? No. You've never moved an iota, an atom in your whole life. Do you realize that? When the mind comes fully to rest, it's clear. You have been, if I use the word here, all along. No matter how far you go in your delusions, you never separate from here. You cannot. You cannot. And yet, what is your mind doing? Oh, it's right here. But as Birgit so eloquently put it yesterday, it's here, but it's already halfway there. Before you even catch it, maybe. Huh? And thus, we have a retreat. Thus, we have the practice of zazen, not just sitting in zazen, but the practice of keeping the mind rooted to this, what is. instead of trying to get out of your situation, instead of trying to escape from your situation, go all the way in. Go all the way in. That's the way out. That's the only real way through, by going all the way in, not by trying to get out. You've already done that 1,000, 10,000 times, and you know it doesn't work. So once, it's a pretty good time and place for it, isn't it? Go all the way in. Go all the way in. For once, see what it is you're running from, and you'll see you don't need to run from it. It's actually your salvation. It's what you've been looking for all this time, and it's been underfoot, under your very feet, in the depths of your heart the whole time. Can anyone deny that? You've also gotten some very helpful pointers on how to do that, how to put it simply, not to escape, how to stop escaping. Yes. And it's also been made clear, if we are not careful, if we are not mindful in the practice, that very technique can become an escape, can it? Huh? Perfecting your breath, deepening your breath, sustaining all of these. Yes, by all means, master the techniques of proper meditation and carrying it out in daily life. By all means, master those practices, those techniques. But don't turn them into something to escape into. You see how it can become that, huh? Is it clear? That very technique can be defiled if we turn it into, okay, I'm getting it now. Now I'm going to get there. Wrong. Already a step, a false step. You've already stepped away from it. You were standing on it right there. And as you stand on it right there, the gold mine, huh? You understand? What you've been seeking so desperately is right underfoot. It's supporting you. It's holding you up. And you're looking for a way to get there, an approach, maybe a shortcut. Meanwhile, oh, I'll be damned. I was standing on it the whole time. But you can't realize that if you're still taking a step in that direction, can't you? If you're still thinking, yeah, but maybe. One and one does not equal two. Whether you take the breath, yes, breathe all the way through. Nothing remains, huh? Not even the breath. Sitting itself. Dogen, supposedly taking the words of his own teacher, put it very succinctly, very precisely. Shin, Jin, Datsuraku. Shin, body. Jin, mind, Datsudak, dropped off, fallen away. It doesn't mean this body literally collapses and I float up into the heavens. No, it means this body and this mind is released of itself. It releases itself. It is released of everything. That is what the body really is. That is the body inseparable from nature, the nature that surrounds it. That is the body that grows old without growing old. That is the mind that comes to forget what cannot be forgotten. No, body, mind fallen off doesn't mean the body and the mind collapse and then the very need for that is fallen off. Then, with this body, with this mind, we work in the world without missing a beat, seamlessly. Oh, it takes time, it takes work. As I said, in some ways, the practice after body and mind have fallen off, after we realize what it is to be without self. That practice, well, it is at least as important as the practice of awakening.